What's up, you guys? Today we're going to take a look at my 2018 to 2019 winter backpacking gear loadout. I'm sure you guys know that my gear is constantly changing, and it'll probably still continue to change, but I think at this point I'm getting pretty dialed in, and I am pretty happy with what's in my pack, and I probably won't be making a whole lot of changes. But there will be some stuff that I would like to change, some of my clothing, things like that. But for the most part, I am quite happy with what I do have. So I will show you guys the stuff that I am carrying right now. One thing, I did have some stickers made. So if you guys are interested in one, feel free to send me a message and I will send you one out. I only have limited stickers, because I wanted to see how they would turn out, and I will order some more. But so like I said, if you guys are interested, just send me a message and I will get you one shipped out. So let's take a look at what I carry in my backpack for my winter gear loadout thus far. Alright, first up is the pretty important part of the whole system. It is what I carry my gear in, which is the Hyperlite Mountain Gear 2400 Wind Rider. I just done a look at this in the previous video, so feel free to go check that out. Really loving this pack so far. This is obviously what carries my gear. Next up, we will go to, here are my Under Armour thermals. These are the pants. These are what I sleep in at night. After that, I have the Under Armour thermal top. That is another thing that I only use to sleep in. A new thing that I picked up for Black Friday, it was a sale at Columbia. I'm not real sure how well it's going to work out, but it's very light and it was on sale for pretty cheap. It is the Columbia, it's a quarter zip fleece, and I'm going to use this as a layer for I could even hike in it, as long as you don't get too too sweaty and sweat in it. But this could be an additional layer. Alright, next up we have a pair of socks. These are just socks that I only use to sleep in. These are a full-length darn tough sock. I got extra thick ones just because my feet get real cold at night, and try to help mitigate that. Next thing up that I pretty much only sleep in, these are a cheap pair of Cordillera down boots that I picked up from REI. I got them last Christmas, I believe. They were on sale for like 20 or 30 bucks. They're nothing special, but they do help out, and they do have the padding on the bottom so you can walk on these. Obviously I wouldn't be getting them too wet, but they will work out pretty good. They do have other options, like I think Goose Feet gear, and I'm sure there's probably quite a few other people that do make down booties like this. They're pretty great. Next up is my Outdoor Research Helium 2 rain jacket. This is not only just a rain jacket, it can also be used as an extra layer to stay warm, to block the wind, to keep your heat in. So if you never thought about that, I mean, it's definitely could be used as an extra layer. Alright, next up is just the typical stuff you always see me hiking in. This green shirt. And then for winter, I don't use shorts. I use just these Columbia, I'm not sure what they are, just Columbia pants. They're stretchy. I really like them. They're very comfortable. I picked them up at the Columbia outlet as well. Got them for a good sale. So I actually have two pairs of that, and then I think like a dark green pair, I believe. I really like them. I like the stretchy material. It dries fast, very comfortable. So one thing that I did pick up on Black Friday that I'm really excited to use, this was a recommendation from Andy from SB Outdoors. These are Z-Pac's Possum down gloves. They are made out of, I think it's a New Zealand bush possum fur, and then also New Zealand merino wool. The New Zealand bush possum fur it's like a hollow fiber, just like polar bear hair. So these things they won't retain moisture. You can kind of just shake them off. They're very soft, supposed to be very warm. I've not been able to use them yet, but they are not windproof, so they do make liners or an over glove to put over this. Use these as a liner, but I'm really definitely looking forward to trying these out. Alright, next up is the trusty Mountain Hardwear Ghost Whisperer down jacket. Really love this jacket. It's definitely a good investment and definitely a pricey investment, but I absolutely love it. I have no regrets on buying it. You could actually put your rain jacket over top of this to help boost the warmth of this jacket, but this jacket alone is quite warm, so if you own one, you already know. Alright, next up is a new item that you guys have not seen. This is actually it's an Enlightened Equipment Enigma 20-degree top quilt. I actually bought this from another YouTuber. Really looking forward to using it. It's supposed to be very warm. It's very light. Packs down great. So definitely looking forward to this. Alright, here we have my Light AF bear bag kit. This has the bear bag itself. It has the rucksack, it has the line, and it has the PCT stick. It's a very nice bag. It is very huge, but they have made a smaller, like a bear bag mini, or I don't remember what the name of it is. I wish they had that when I bought this one, because I would have bought that. This is just way too big for me, but it's light. As you can see, I actually have food in here now. It folds down decent, so I really like it. Alright, up next we have the Sea to Summit Eros pillow. I think this thing was probably around 40 bucks or something like that. It's pretty comfortable. I like it. Packs down, just blow up with air. Really works pretty good. Obviously real small. Alright, here we have the Therm-A-Rest Neoair X-Lite. I was debating back and forth between the X-Lite and the X-Therm, and I just feel that I don't need the X-Therm. I'm not going to be doing any sub-zero camping that I know of. I think this should work out pretty well for me. If I need to, I'll just, kind of add something to this, maybe, like one of those reflective wind visor or sun visors underneath it, or something to boost it if I absolutely need to, but I think this will be okay. Alright, another new piece of gear that I've picked up, kind of late in the game of this, but it is the Helinox Chair Zero. Weighs a pound. Got a really good deal on it for Black Friday. Actually, a buddy of mine bought it and sent it to me, so Greg, thank you. This is something that a lot of people have been carrying with them. I can't tell you how many times I've got to camp and there's nothing to sit on, and I don't feel like standing the whole night. This definitely comes in handy. I don't know if it'll go on every trip, but it will definitely go on the majority of trips with me. So it's another thing that's pretty good. Alright, next we have just my Tyvek ground cloth for my tent. Just Tyvek, nothing special there. Here we have my Six Moon Designs Lunar Solo tent. Really love this thing. I have a video on it. I have it in another light AF bag. I actually have all my stuff except the quilt in Cuban fiber bags, but my pack is a Cuban bag now, so I don't really need to. But I'm just kind of OCD, and I like my stuff separate, and I like know where stuff is. So I mean, it's a little overkill, but nice having a little extra reassurance. Next up is my Katadyn Be-Free water filter, and depending on where I'm going, I might carry, this is a 2-liter Seeker bag as well. I don't always carry this bag. If water's going to be scarce, I will, but genuinely I just carry this and I'll just fill up my bottles. So I've had this for a while, absolutely love it. Some people hate it, but I don't have anything bad to say about it. So. Alright, here we have my 3-piece center post, my pole for my tent. It takes 1 pole to set up, but I have a video on it, so you can check that out. Here is my bag with my tent stakes in it, for my tent obviously, so I just keep those separately. Here is another light AF bag. This has all my electronics in it. This has my battery pack in it. It has a charger for my camera, and it also has some cords in there for my phone and any other things that I have to charge. And I also keep an extra camera battery in here. So I love this bag. Light AF has awesome stuff. If you haven't heard of them or anything, definitely check them out. Alright, here is another light AF bag. This actually has my sleeping pad repair kit in it, and it has my toiletries in it. It has my toothbrush, a little bit of toilet paper in here, some wet wipes, hand sanitizer, stuff like that. I keep all that in here. Another thing that I do bring mainly in the winter is just a little Pac Towel. And this is because my tent is a single wall tent, so there will be condensation on the inside. So just something nice to just kind of wipe that off before you pack it away. Weighs nothing, packs down to nothing, so whatever. One thing that I do carry also is just a pack of wet wipes for obviously what you use wet wipes for. So I guess we don't need to go into that. Then we have the trusty Ultra Lone Peak 3.5s. Absolutely love these shoes, so comfortable. The foot box is wide, so you can have room to stretch your feet out, your toes out. If you have thicker socks on, your feet aren't confined in there. Absolutely love these. Alright, here we have, this is my Batch Stoves 12-ounce cook pot, and then here is just some alcohol. It depends. I generally try to take my alcohol stove, and obviously in the wintertime you will need to sleep with this to keep it from getting too cold. If it is going to be very cold out, I probably will take my MSR Pocket Rocket with obviously the canister. So this could change depending on the trip, so I just see. Alright, then another thing that I always have with me as well is the Nightcore NU25 headlamp. Obviously with the UL head strap, I've done a video on this as well. Feel free to check that out. And that's pretty much it, you guys. That is what I carry for my winter loadout. Everything that you see that I've shown you is right around, I think, 13 pounds. So actually, if I took the Helinox chair out, and then, like, if I didn't carry electronic stuff, because obviously I film my trips, that is not counting like my camera and my tripod and stuff. That is just like electronic, like charging stuff, cable, stuff like that. If I took all that out, I could save like probably another 2 pounds. So I could be down to probably around 11-pound winter backpacking weight, which is really good in my opinion. So usually in the summertime, I'm usually around 8-9 pounds, something like that. So some people that get, 20-30 pounds, I don't know how you do it, but this is my stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions about any of these items, feel free to ask in the comments. And like I said, if you want one of those stickers, feel free to send me a message and I'll ship you one out. And that's it. So till next time, hope to see you guys on trail.